In this video I'll be showcasing the new Dream Petal unit. The stats look very good. I'm really excited to see how well it does. But just before the video starts, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on our way to 75,000 subscribers. I really need your help. Anyway, let's hop into the game of Toxic Facility. We're gonna play some impossible mode there. And just by looking at the stats, I do think that we have a chance to beat Toxic Impossible only using one exclusive unit. This is a really big breakthrough. I don't think any units before have done this, and I do think we do have a chance right now. At first glance, this unit really looks very promising. You can place down like 4 of them, and each of them can do like 7,000 DPS, which is quite a lot honestly. It's almost as strong as the E-Define, but you can place down 2 more of these compared to the E-Define. You can only place down 2 E-Defines I think, and you can place down 4 Dream Petals. This is really a dream for all the free-to-play players out there, so make sure to get your hands on it very quickly. I think it's going to sell out very fast, and so we are dealing with some leaks over here. Should be fine. We've got these prism leaps for early game. I've always liked this unit. They are very strong for early game. It makes things way easier, especially when I'm trying to showcase some new units. I'm going to place down a Reflecia over here as well, just to kill off the Mantis over here. And to be honest, the Dream Petal doesn't look really cool. It does have some cool animations, but not as cool as the Corruptor Stem if you ask me. But still a really well polished unit, not like some lazy flops. And the Reflecia is carrying us a bit for early to mid game. You're gonna need that little boost because the Dream Petal costs quite a lot to place down. However, it does have a small cooldown over here. I'm not sure, it's like the accelerator in Tower Defense Simulator if you play that game. It charges up and then it spends all of its charged DPS, and then it'll need some time to recharge, which honestly is annoying, especially when you're trying to deal quick damage to enemies and the unit is just standing here recharging. But still, the hard waves are yet to come. I really look forward to those. It's going to be really interesting because this unit does single target DPS, has a new charging feature over here, and I'm just really excited to see how well it does. But for now it's struggling a little bit against me and Rat Boss. It's just charging up all the time. I need to place down another Reflecia or we're gonna die, and we are dead anyway. I'll start another game. I think I'll need to place down a few more Reflecias before I actually start placing the Dream Petals. And by looking at the footage just now, I started to doubt if it's really what it shows on its DPS. The recharging time is a bit too long, and I don't think it can actually do as much DPS as you can expect. But a few leaks from the Prism Leaf over here. We should be fine though. It's only some small leaks. Should be able to handle that. Or perhaps not. Place down. That's my fault. I'm going to restart again. I do see this unit making it till wave 39. If we manage to survive the me and Rat Boss, of course. Maxed out Prism Leaf. I'll just spam some Reflecias over here now, since we've got enough money to do so. So I'm just going to cover the entrance with these Reflecias, and we should be fine for now. And Dream Petal down. The upgrading prices of the Dream Petal is also very high. $19,000 to upgrade it to level 3. That is a bit too high in my opinion. This is more like a late game unit rather than a mid to late game unit. It shouldn't be meant for mid game. It's solely for late game. The prices, as you can see, are absolutely ludicrous. It's just so high right now. And $24,000 to upgrade it to level 4. That is a bit too high. But I think we should be able to manage. The Mir Rat Boss comes next wave. We're going to need to be a little more careful right now. The Dream Petal is struggling a little bit right here. Please don't die to these enemies again. And we barely survived. That was a really close call. And I've got a Dream Petal to max level. I'm going to place down another one. These Dream Petals aren't that reliable in my opinion. They are good at certain bosses, but for crowds they are not that good really. especially when they recharge. It's just totally relying on the reflexes, which I'm gonna have to quickly sell now before things can get any worse. And we barely survived that wave. There was a ton of crowds over there. I'm gonna place down all of the dream petals that we can, and then I'll start microing all of the reflexes. Against bosses, this unit is really effective. We're spawn camping the mean rat bosses, but for crowds it's struggling a little bit in my opinion. It could do slightly better. This unit is only meant for bosses in my opinion. It's really not good when a unit doesn't have AoE damage or all sorts of area damage. When it's single target DPS, it just relies on a very fast cooldown to deal with crowds, and that's not that reliable all the time, especially in later waves like wave 38 or 39. There's going to be a bunch of enemies, and if you don't got AoE, you can hardly handle that crowd. And I've got the max number of reflexes now, and we're leaking the Spine Serpent boss. And just before I end the video, of course, I forgot to do the level by level upgrade for you guys. I'm going to show that right now. But of course, I'll have to deal with these leaks. We're going to get cooked. And honestly, this unit isn't that bad, but it's only meant for bosses. Just now, there was a crowd before the boss came. We really struggled there with the Dream Petal. So, Dream Petal costs $4,000 to place down, and it costs $8,000 to upgrade to level 2. However, I don't really recommend to place it down if you only can upgrade it to the level 2 when you place it. And at level 3, it does some decent damage, just like any other late game unit, but the upgrades are just getting more and more expensive. For level 4, it costs $24,500 to upgrade. Some decent cooldown of half a second, but I'm expecting a bit shorter to be honest. And finally, at level 4, it does some shorter cooldown and it does slightly more damage. And for level 5, it costs $32,000 to upgrade. And honestly, I'm not really impressed by this unit, but I mean, it's just doing fine. You can use it for endless. I don't know if it suits any strategies. And I mean, it really struggles against crowds. As you can see, we're just gonna lose over here.